Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And I fitted a full-fledged motorcycle tire to my electric unicycle. So, let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. And initially, this was the main narrative of this video, but then this happened. Cutout on the Abrams. Fine, good gear. And a bump. I wasn't riding on beeps. And this is how it looks like. Oh, a bit of blood, I guess. Disappointed. Very disappointed. Gear is awesome. Going like 60, half battery, and it cut out on this bump. On this one? No, it was this bump for sure. Had a good idea to take my bumblebee today. Good idea. Yeah, so this is what happened after a very enjoyable ride on this wheel. And I'm truly disappointed in Veteran for not really testing this wheel. And it has come to my attention that already many people had cutouts on the Abrams, but what I was thinking is that they were just overleaning it, or they were just riding too hard. And what happened to me here was just regular riding. It would never happen to me on a different wheel. And I sadly don't have the footage of that, but essentially what happened is I was riding around 55 kilometers an hour. I hit the bump and I especially bent my knees, just as I usually do for bumps, and it just dipped the pedals and it just fell. So yeah, I don't really know what the cause is, if it's the batteries, the too small battery pack, if it's the motor, if there's too much weight in the motor, if it's the Hall sensors. That's something that Veteran needs to figure out. And until that point, I would not advise you to ride this wheel at all, and for sure not over 50 kilometers an hour. And it's really sad for me because I enjoy riding this wheel. I enjoy the 22-inch tire, the weight is okay, and with this new tire, I'm gonna talk about it later, just for, you know, I already have the footage, I already have the experience, so we can take it also for as knowledge for your wheel or different wheels, how this tire behaves. But anyways, I'm sick and tired of being such a beta tester of wheels, and this quality needs to go up because somebody really might get hurt. And at this point, I can't recommend this wheel under any circumstances until there is some sort of progress in at Veteran, because I thought it might be a good intercity cruiser, and when it cuts off at like 90 volts, 60% battery at 55 kilometers an hour, it's unacceptable. I was riding the Monster Pro before at 50 kilometers an hour and it had like 0% battery, everything was fine. So totally unacceptable. And if you think that they ride on the manual, they can go just like 25 kilometers an hour, well, the beeps are at 58. That's what you can set up. So it's even over the speed when I was cutting out at a very usual road, and no beeps were audible at all. It just crashed. And this is something that was also happening to other riders. Now, I think also the batteries might be fault of that because they're not high discharge, high capacity, low discharge essentially. So they just can't deliver the power to the motor. That's my hypothesis. But yeah, sadly, as much as I had still some niche application for this wheel before, it makes absolutely no sense anymore. I also did contact a Veteran about this. All I got is questions, basically no answers, so that's that. With that said, I still did record a video, so yeah, take it as it is. It's a bit of riding. I still did enjoy the riding, but can't recommend this wheel. Don't ride it. Don't ride it, especially over 50 kilometers an hour. And yeah, let's get back to me while riding. Right, as you can see, we are in the middle of pretty much nowhere. Rural area of Warsaw, or outside of Warsaw in Poland. And yeah, I'm with my veteran Abrams. This is gonna be one of the last videos in a while, because it's going soon to France, to Bonneuil-sur-Seine. Now it's sort of in its final form. Maybe I'll just try in the future some new pads. I just left them here because they're yellow and they fit. We have the Nylonove foot plates. We have some padding here on the sides, because there's never enough of that on the Abrams. All of the accessories and this Michelin Pilot Street 80, 90, 17. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna give you a small ride, bit of experience, how I like this tire. And I went to this location specifically. My zipper closed? Yes. Because I want to go where the Abrams feels the best. And this is the street cruising. This is what this wheel is really for. We're going now 60, and this thing feels as comfortable as ever. Look at the grip. Oh, it feels phenomenal. So with the initial tire, I was kind of satisfied, but also not. First of all, it was a very thin and squishy compound. Wait, I need to, ooh, red. Whoa, just in time. Wait, I'll just. So with the original tire, the compound was very soft. It was a very thin tire, just sort of like a sock. And this is why also I broke my rim. Well, except for the fact that the rim was also made out of titanium or whatever it is. So, okay, green light, let's go. And another thing was that although the handling was okay, I would say, I wouldn't say that it was like the most, it's like 60. Wouldn't say it was the most grippy. It wasn't the most nimble at speed. All right, we're going 60 now. Let's go to the beeps. Beeps kick in around 70. 74. All right, so there we are. This thing just flies. And in comparison to every other electric unicycle thing, even the Monster Pro, this thing could just flies over everything, especially with this tire. Now, I never tried the Monster Pro with a different tire, so maybe that's something I should have done too. So with the new tire I have here, I can lean a lot harder. I can take tighter turns, and I don't have that much stress when it comes to hitting potholes or just bending the rim, destroying the rim, because the compound here is a lot thicker, and the tire itself is a lot more durable. And especially here, going on the street, this feels just amazing. Oh, what's that? No problem for me, I guess. So yeah, this new tire just feels amazingly nimble and nice. Okay, so I think I gotta go straight here. Let's see if there's any way past. Didn't expect that. All right, let's get back. All right, and now taking turns. Oh, I never felt so great. It's almost like it gives you so much feedback. It's literally a dream for carving. Almost feels like a 9-baud Z10, especially at speed. Look at this.
Now, we had some trouble fitting this tire. It wasn't that easy because it's a tubeless tire and it just wasn't fitting that nicely over the rim here. The rim has sort of like two levels, it needs to get into a groove, or we couldn't do it because we didn't have a proper compressor, proper device for that. Maybe in the future I'll just do it with a compressor and we won't have that much trouble. But we actually filled the tire with, or the side of the tire with silicone. Probably not the best way to do it, but we did that with Surge. And then we pumped it up after a couple failed attempts and it worked. Went into the groove and now it's on there. It was losing pressure though for the first couple days. Oh, nice. However, then I went to a bicycle repair shop. They filled it up with some sort of slime or other substance. And it's fine now. It's not losing pressure. I ran it at around 2.5 bars, 2.5 atmospheres. And this is perfect. I'm going 66 now. It's insane, honestly, how smooth this thing is. And I'm not 68. Like, what's happening? You can check it out here. I hope you can see it. Like, it's great. It's really great. Or maybe the speedometer is a bit off because of the tire diameter. Anyways, I'm going pretty quickly and I know that the beep's kicking at around 70, 74, so that's that. So at this point, maybe I could also make a small conclusion about this device. How it compares to a Sherman, because I still get questions for that. And the thing is that there is, as I said in my review, not many reasons why you should get this over the Sherman. The waterproofing isn't that great. The shell structure and layout, I think, is also not that great. Honestly, the only reason for it is to do what I'm doing now. Cruising at high speeds between cities, and that's that. There was even a cutout recently with Phantomus when he was accelerating. This thing doesn't have that much torque. Maybe a bit of ASMR, just the sounds of the outside. And me riding on the Abrams, constantly over 60, no problem at all. I really wonder when will be a time when we'll have UCs with really good stock tires. I mean, there's some that have good ones, but I think definitely the S20 prototype and the Veteran Abrams isn't one of them. This Michelin Pilot Street is just so much better. Let's go here. Thanks. I gotta say, it is though a bit more difficult to turn with it now. You really need to lean into it. It's kind of hard. And that's of course what she said. Alright. Nice long straight. And there is also no UC that is as comfortable for seated riding, I think. I mean, the V11 is pretty good, but I don't like the stock seat on the V11. And this pretty much needs no seat to be comfortable anyways. Extremely comfy. And also when seated, do you see how I can lean and the UC stays upright? And at the same time, it doesn't have train tracking. What is an issue usually when the UC stays upright is kind of amazing how this feels. Doesn't push me off any direction whatsoever. Just stay straight. I could go on with this like this for Until the battery's drained, probably like 80-90 kilometers with those kind of speeds. Alright, I guess we'll have to go on the street then, here. Up. Alright, let's go. Really don't like going on such streets, but... Oh wow, there was a bike on the left. Well, whatever. But damn man, I'm going 70. It's insane, it's really insane how this thing rolls, especially with this tire. Or maybe it's not 70. To go left here. Boom. So yeah, I guess this is also a word of whee! Encouragement for you guys to maybe check out some other tires. I just put another tire on my Sherman too, the Michelin City Pro, so maybe I'll do a video on that too. But yeah, I'm really digging the street tires now, especially as it gets warmer. There's so much fun in carving, so that's really cool. So I guess that would be it for this video for now. Maybe I'll just find some other spots to carve, and then I'll go back home. So I hope you like this video with, again, a bit more live talking, live feedback on this time with Abrams. If you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.